All right, man. Here we go. Another episode of TDM Talk. We're in the studio. We got a special guest in the building, as you guys can see. We got our good friend Flower.
Hey.
I like that. I like that name. I always, I was like, man, I can't wait to say that. And I see you got the flower. Yeah.
I always have one.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Flower Puff Productions, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we, you were here what 2 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah,
Yes.
when you and shout out to Carlos, man. Shout out to the homie Carlos. Putting this, helping put this together, and we had a great conversation. I'm hoping we can kind of piggyback off that
Okay.
from that we weren't recording, but of course
Yeah.
but we'll start from the beginning. We met at the
Big Owl.
Big Owl. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why I always forget the name. Big Owl Craft Brew. Thankful to those guys over there.
Hmm.
Really good people. We had some good fun. You brought us some goodies, of what you do, right?
Right.
So talk to us about what it is that you do and the products you do have.
Um. Okay. Well, so what I do is I have all of these different type of infused products, to help with all types of different things: pain, um, anxiety, uh, bipolar attacks, and things like that. And um, it's just to help because it all started with myself. I was diagnosed with a condition that is supposedly very common for females, but with me, it was ignored for 7 years, and no one was listening to me. So no doctor listened, and it just became so bad
Mm.
to where for about, I want to say about 4 years, every other month, I was in the hospital for at least a week, getting a blood transfusion and things like that. But I've had so many surgeries. I had 14 within 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they're all on the right side of my back
Yeah.
because it was all the blood that would collect in my chest, and so I have so much nerve damage. But they kept giving me stronger pain medications, and I didn't want that because I don't want to get hooked on that stuff. And
Yeah.
someone told me, "Why don't you smoke?" And I was like, "No, because that was me. I was the dare kid. I didn't do drugs." And a friend of mine gave me a brownie one time when I was really in a lot of pain, and I felt so much better afterwards. So I learned the process to infuse things, and I started to learn about different different herbs and things that could help to heal or just alleviate some pain without the the medications and the side effects and things like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
and again, we talked about that while we were here, and how that helped out. And there's a, there's a lot of people who I guess claim to have those kind of, because I'm sure there's people who don't really know what they're doing, but they claim they're selling those products.
Yeah.
And how would you be able to tell like that difference though? Like, does it just not work with those people? Like, because you see that a lot, right? You see the whole infused products is. We even had one year where a guy at one of our events was selling infused tacos, and I was
Oh
like, I had
wow.
never heard of that. But then again, I did mention I saw some kind of like some kind of thing on YouTube with 2 Chains, and he went to some restaurant in Atlanta, and that lady cooked up all kinds of food, but it was all infused.
Hmm.
Um, but that's more so because that I don't think that's like on some health reason type thing.
Right.
That's more just because they like the feeling or what it
Hmm.
brings.
Hmm.
But in your case, this is more of like on some healing, right? On a
Right.
healing type business.
Hmm.
And again, well, I was going to say what made you start that, but you already talked about that because of something that you went through.
Yeah.
And how, and have you, since you started this line, have you had people like that have bought your product or you've given your products to? And well, I'm gonna say this, like the soap you gave me,
Hmm.
relaxing, calming, it was one of them,
Yeah.
like, man, this is the real deal. This feels good. So I
Very
appreciate
good.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Um, and how long have you been doing this already?
Oh gosh, it's been about, I would say, the last 4 or 5 years
Okay.
that I've actually, for other people. Because when I started, it was just for me
It was just for
because
you.
I didn't know if anybody else would benefit from it or anything like that. And I wanted to kind of, I won't say perfect it, but I wanted it to get it to a good standard before I gave it to anyone else or let anybody else try it.
Yeah.
Um, And to answer your question, the way that you would know if somebody else didn't, one, if they cannot talk you through their process.
Mm.
Now, yes, they can watch something and tell you about it all day long, but if they cannot tell you what they actually did or how they did it, why did
Oh.
they use these particular uh, herbs, oils, and things like that? Because I'm a medical assistant by trade, so I know a little bit of my anatomy and try to help out where to put things, right? So I have that medical behind me, but I didn't want to just be somebody playing on, watching YouTube videos and
Yeah.
playing in my house. So I actually went online and I took a course. And so I'm actually 2 more shy, and I will be a licensed herbologist, meaning
Oh.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't want to, like you said, I want you to know when you see me, you read about me. I want you to know that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
it's not just you like you said saw it on YouTube and just
yeah,
decided to try it and or what I think what some people do too is they probably just buy stuff from somebody else and
hmm
just kind of resell it, but they won't know how to really like if I came and was like, hey, well look, I'm diabetic or I got high blood pressure. What do you recommend or
hmm
because of course there's different levels to it, right? Like the as
hmm
far as the dosage or like
exactly.
we'll talk about that a little bit, like the differences in like the higher, like what would be some things that would require like more of a higher dosage, like some kind of what kind of illnesses or what, I know we I think the last time we talked about like with migraines, right?
Right.
And you have
hmm
like an oil, right? That you say you just
Yeah, I have one in my pocket with me.
okay,
Let me see.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, this one lasted me for 4 months before I had to refill it. And I use it every day because I have pain every day. But whenever someone says they need something, I don't just say, okay, well I have this, buy this. I want to know about you because I want to know where you have pain, how it develops, how long it lasts, because that lets me know to tailor the product to you.
Mm.
So I'm not just mass producing something and just saying, here, everybody take it at this dosage.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
want to know your particular thing.
So you're literally catering to people like on
Yes.
a person to person basis,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to commend you for that because not everybody would do that.
Yeah,
Because it's a lot of work, right?
it is.
Because you actually got to find out. Okay, let's get down to like you said the
Yeah.
details, and
Mm-hmm.
then you go from there, right?
Yeah, and I've had people tell me, well, I can just go to a store or something like a Walmart or a dispensary and I can get this. Yes, you can. But then you have to start going through well, if I take this much, you have to start learning to how to tailor it down yourself. When I go through it and I ask you all these questions, I find out and I get it the best way to you as possible. So you don't have to be like, oh, well, it didn't do this. I need more of this. So we pretty much get you perfect on the first time.
Okay.
And then also, which would be the best way to get it administered to you, because some days my pain can be controlled. The oil can handle it, but there are some days where it's so severe and debilitating where I cannot get out of bed. So I'll be like, you know what? I need to take it internally. So I have honey, well, two is a lot, but sometimes I'm just like, I need that fast acting, so I'll have 2 spoons of honey. And
Yeah.
I give it about 5 minutes. My pain is gone. I'm up and ready to go. I can make it in a tea if I want to relax. Or I have a friend, she uses the tea for her severe menstrual cramps.
Okay.
And one thing I've started to do for her, I have a little pouch that goes inside of her heating pad.
Okay.
So it has it in there. So when it lays against her, she's getting that as well with the inside with the tea. So I'm hitting her in and out from the same time.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Oh, that's smart.
that's why I want to learn about who my customers are. I
Correct.
don't want you to just go to a store and just pick something off the shelf. You
Yeah,
know.
because that's easy to do. Like you say, you can just walk in, go down to your local dispensary or
Mhm.
you got these places that, the CBD shops, smoke shops all of a sudden, and they're
Right.
like, oh, yeah, you just take this for this, and going about your business, but is it really working or is it,
Mhm.
and especially if you're like, if you've never used any products like that before
Yeah.
and you don't know that, okay, this many milligrams or this dosage of this much is
Mhm.
way too much and you're sitting there freaking out like because you're like, man, am I supposed to feel this way or am I supposed to,
Mhm.
is it supposed to do this or do that or maybe it's not enough.
Yeah.
um,
I even do that with my shea butter because my friend's uncle has how do you say, psoriasis, but
Okay.
it's almost like elephant skin. It's very thick and
Mm.
hard, and he can't really feel it when you touch on it because it's that much. But he used some of it. 3 days later, he had baby smooth, baby soft skin, and but that's not the same formula that I use for another friend who has her eczema comes in a form of a red rash.
Mm.
So it's not going to be the same. I need it stronger for his, but I need more moisturizing in his as well, right?
Yeah.
But for hers, it's not a thing of moisture. It's for to control that rash.
Mm.
And when they stop using it, they're good for about a month before they have to either start using it again, in which you already have it because a little bit goes a very long
Yeah.
way.
I can imagine. Like, what are all the ways that they could take? I mean, I know you said internally, and then of course there's like topically where you can just kind of
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
rub it on. What else? What other ways is that you can, or is it pretty much?
Oh no, I even have aromatherapy for the. I have bath bombs, shower bombs, so you can just have that in there. The oil for your diffuser, for aroma diffuser.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it adds a scent to it, so you don't even. It doesn't smell like it.
Yeah.
I can tailor to whatever scent that you like, and it just does that, and it's a very calming way to do that. Um, Let me see. There was the different pads that people can you can like the one for my friend's her for her heating pad.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
those are some of the
So it's pretty
different ones.
much any way you needed it, you can probably, you can definitely use it
Yeah.
in that aspect. Okay, that's good to know. Because one of the things we always try to do is like when people come in and talk about their products or what they do is we want people to explain what it's kind of like you said earlier, like you want to be able to walk people through the process. Well, we want people to understand what it is because there's a misconception, right,
Right.
about infused products and things like that. What are some of the questions that you get from people like when you talk about your products? Like maybe some people are skeptical about it a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. I get a lot of people, oh, it doesn't work. You're just trying to get people high. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to get you high.
Yeah, like I was
You
just gonna
know,
say, I was like, that's probably what most people think.
that's the main thing when you first.
Yeah,
But then when you start to explain the benefits of it, because a lot of people don't really do their research. They just know, okay, it's going to alleviate pain. It's anti-swelling, you know. It also antibacterial, so disinfecting. You don't catch an infection. Um, and yes, for the pain and things like that, because um, for this guy, I pulled someone's tooth out at the house.
mm.
As much as I could, I made it as sterile because I. But after we pulled the tooth out, I put 2 drops of my oil in there. No infection, no swelling. He was eating regular food the very next day.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, people, y'all, for those watching, you got, and of course, you're gonna have some people that are still gonna be like, that's that. I my suggestion is actually try the product,
Right.
before anything, because it's easy to judge and to not believe in something, but when you actually go out and try the product,
Hmm.
you know, and where can people buy the product at this point right now?
Right now, I'm just set up online. Um, I am on Facebook and Instagram. It's on Facebook. It is Flower Puff Productions LLC. On Instagram, it is Madam Flower 927. I'm sorry, 279. There we go.
It's all right. We're gonna put a link in the description where like if they want
Right.
to follow you, they can just go in the description, click
Hmm.
the link, either to the web. Well, we can do both. We can do all of them, and
Yeah,
put
and
all
my
of.
QR code actually attaches to my bracelet. So I don't carry a business card anymore. So
Ah, okay,
you
okay.
just tap your phone to my bracelet.
And then the information pops
Yeah.
up. I have something similar like on my wallet. It's a QR code. Like people like, hey, you got a business card? I just go, hey, I just flash
Yeah.
that,
See?
and they pull out their phone, and it comes up, and some people still like technology wise, man. Like some people still trip,
Yeah.
man, what is this? Like man, it's just a new thing, man. Like
Hmm.
as much as people want you to have a business card, man, people
Yeah.
throw them things away, and they lose
Exactly.
them, and
Yeah.
trust that I know what it's like because I remember when back in the day, whatever I was doing, I had business cards, really nice too, but
Right.
I was left with literally hundreds of them because they want you to get like 1,000 of them, and it's
Hmm.
like you give out maybe 100, and then the rest are just sitting there.
And think about it when you go to like a pop up event or something and you're going to all these different places
Yeah,
and you have business cards in there, if they're not connected, if it's not on the product that you bought, and you just have a handful, and you're like, what was this one again? You know?
Yeah.
I've gone to so many things like that, like Comic Palooza. I have tons of those, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna throw this one away. But if you go to it on your phone, you're more likely to go back to it because it stays. Well, if you have your history on, it'll go back and it's in your history.
Yeah.
But it pops up everything right then, so you have a better chance of someone saying, you know what, let me take a look at this.
For sure.
Because
for sure.
it's in your face right then.
Yeah. What about pop-up markets? Do you do those, or are you gonna start doing those, or do you have plans on? I know we talked about you coming to ours. I don't know if it's still to go. Then you know we
I would
got you.
love to.
Okay.
Yes. I wanted to get a few things together before I started the pop-ups for that.
Yeah.
But I've been getting everything ready. So yeah, I think after yours will be my first, and just keep going. I've done pop-ups before.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So man, make sure y'all come see her September 13th at Spindle Tap Brewery for Embrace the Culture 6. We've been kind of putting that together, and it's we're having to battle a few things because every year Canelo fights like that weekend, so
Yeah.
it just kind of like. So we're working on something for that. We're hoping to be able to show the fight after the event so that people can actually stick around and just stay and enjoy it.
Yeah, because I think last time it was as it was closing, they put up the blow up so we could watch the fight.
Yeah.
After the event was over.
You talking about at ours?
Yeah, Spindle Tap.
Oh, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was insane. I guess. Yeah, well, I guess I could talk about it now. But so we had everything set up. We even purchased the pay-per-view like legally, right, to show
Right.
it. And my buddy couldn't get it working. He could not get it connected. But it was a blessing in disguise because we've been finding out lately that friends of ours have been getting sued by those promotions. Like the at the time, I guess it was the Zone, the
Okay.
app, the company.
Yeah. I remember
They're finding out people are streaming it without having a license, like showing it at pop-up events. I know two people personally that this happened to,
that. Okay.
and they told me, and they showed me emails from the Zone, like, we saw you. They even had someone at one. They even had a guy or a girl at one of the events filming, because they sent him footage saying, "Look, we saw you showing the fight."
So even if you've paid for it, you cannot stream it
You
like
can't,
that. You can't show it like that.
like in public, no. Yeah, that's why like when you go to like if you go to like a Hooters or Ojos or one of those type of places or Bombshells, they show it because they have the license to show it. They're able to stream it to everybody. That's why sometimes you'll see that they might even charge to get in that day.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They'll be like, "Oh, we have the fight, but it's after a certain time, it's $20 to get in, or whatever the case." So in hindsight, it was kind of like, well, I'm glad we didn't show it because that might have been us, like
yeah, that's the last thing you need.
yeah.
Right?
But this year it's on Netflix, so we should be. I think we should be good. I hope.
I would think so.
I would think so too, but
we
I guess we're gonna find out the hard way. But yeah, I mean, if people want to try the product, definitely they can tap in with you on the website. They can go on social media and DM you. What's a piece of advice to someone that's never tried an infused product but is willing to give it a try? Like what would you, or would it depend on who asked?
I would give people the advice that I wish somebody would have given me when I first had my brownie. Don't try the whole thing all at once. But if it's something else like the oil or some topical things like that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
if you're gonna eat it, then
anything edible, don't do the whole bag.
man. Look, we got story. Well, you talked about the brownie. So what did you go into detail about that or no when you first tried the brownie?
Oh gosh, so
Cause you said you ate the whole thing.
I ate the whole thing, and she was and I was like, you know what? She did tell me, be careful with it, and I was like, I'm taking all these hard medications at the hospital. I got this.
Yeah.
And I went home and I had just gone grocery shopping, and that big box of the variety chips?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got that because, I want to make my lunch. And I had the whole brownie, and I was like, no, didn't do anything. See, I told her. And about 30 minutes later,
Yeah.
I was sitting on the edge of my couch watching TV, and it was turned off, but I was in my chips, and I was like, oh my God, this show is amazing. There's nothing on. And when I woke up in the morning, all the chip bags, and I was like, what just happened? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, the brownie. So yeah, I after
No,
that.
it's look, it's a different animal, especially
Mhm.
if you don't smoke like that or take edibles like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And as a person who has smoked and taken edibles, it's two to me it's two different worlds.
It is.
Um, I don't like the edible thing. I've done them and real quick, I took an edible one time on the way to Dallas while we were supposed to do the I was supposed to be on two podcasts back to back,
Oh wow.
and I thought it would wear off by the time it didn't kick in till I got there, and I was like halfway through the first interview. I was tripping, and that thing lasted. It seemed like it lasted like a week. I remember texting my friend Kika, shout out to Kika, and I was like, "Yo, what did you give me? Because I still feel high."
Mhm.
And I just, luckily, I was good, but I mean, I was tripping for a little while. I ain't gonna lie.
No. My brother, he was one of my little test subjects, and he had some of my ice cream,
Yeah.
and he had it on Friday, and my brother called me Sunday,
Mm.
and he was fussing at me. I was like, "What's going on?" He was like, "You almost got me fired." I was like, "How did I almost get you fired?" He was like, "I ate the ice cream Friday night around 6 or 7 o'clock, and I got high. And when I woke up, I was still high. I went to work. I've used up all my eye drops.
Yeah.
I'm talking as slow as I can to just keep myself together." And he's like, "The customers think I'm just giving great service to make sure I'm explaining everything, but I'm just trying to keep myself together.
Yeah.
I almost lost my job because of your ice cream." I was like, "I'm sorry. Well, you shouldn't have ate the whole thing."
Yeah. Yeah, no, trust me. And the thing that I ate was like a gummy, but what my friend told me, she's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that the milligram dosage was high. It was the ones that last a long time."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know this stuff. I don't even take them like that. So you give me one, I take it." I remember I was taking my son here to his friend's house, and I'm thinking I'm hauling ass, and then I look at down at at how fast I'm going, and I'm like, man, I was only going like 30 miles an hour. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm flying down Tidwell, going
Yep.
wherever I was getting to, and I was like, yo, I'm tripping. I went to work that night. I sat in the couch, and I was just like, I think I fell asleep. Like I just, crashed, and yeah, but anyway, but look, advice, yeah, don't eat the whole thing. Like,
Yeah. I think the most dangerous thing that I have is the butter,
okay,
because I was like, "Oh, okay, infused butter. That's nice." And I did it on some toast once. I don't know why, but in the butter form, it hits faster.
mm,
And I had that toast, and I was like, "Man, this is delicious." And I was like, "You know what? I'm hungry. Let me get some more toast." I, by the time I stopped myself because I realized I was in a cycle, I was halfway through a new loaf of bread and half the butter, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't gonna be good." And so for like a day and a half, I was just, yeah, I'm just gonna stay to myself because things are just like so. Yeah, I would say the butter is the most dangerous. I even melted some on some popcorn once, and
yeah, like
yeah,
bad. One of them trial and error things, right?
yeah,
We just gonna learn the hard way around here because I
movies were
want to
really
keep.
intense.
Really, yeah, exactly. It's already over. You're in the end credits, and you think you're still watching it and waiting for the something else to come up or something. I don't know. But I know what you mean. You start.
You end up like me watching the blank TV screen.
Yeah, yeah. No, I remember one time a friend of ours gave us one of those Rice Krispie treat ones,
Yeah.
and it was we split. It was like the Fruity Pebbles one. My wife and I split it in half. After it honestly it took about 30 minutes for it to kick in,
Hmm.
and I was sitting there. I was feeling good though. It didn't really the I guess the milligrams weren't that, but her, she
Hmm.
was laughing. She fell on the ground, was cracking up. I'm like, what are you laughing at? I started laughing because she was laughing because I was like, what are you laughing at? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, that damn
Yep.
Rice Krispie treat got your ass. That's what it was.
And see, and I'm glad you said that about the 30 minutes, because the way you take it changes how long it is, because
Uh,
food processes longer. It takes longer in the body. Now, if you're doing it in like a drink, that normally takes you about 15 minutes.
yeah.
It's going to cut it down in half. And especially if it's a hot drink, that's going to hit you faster.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And the topical, because it's going to be on your skin, that's already hitting your nerve endings. So you're going to start to feel it almost immediately.
Mm.
Like, especially with the shower. If you're doing a hot shower, you're really going to feel it then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like, but when you eat, it takes longer because it has to go through your digestive system.
Okay, it makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay, some good advice there. Some good advice there. So just real quick, you don't have to say all of them, but what are some? What are some? We mentioned the butter. You mentioned
Hmm.
the roll on, the topical, um,
Hmm.
like the one you just showed us. What are some of the other things that you offer, like your products that
Um,
you have?
I think one of the most that is was my favorite was, or still is my favorite to do is infused fudge and crackers. Beef jerky.
Okay.
So I have beef jerky, ice cream. Yes, we talked about the oil,
Yeah.
the bath bombs. There's also like a bath shake that you put in there. It's basically the bath bomb
Okay.
without being in it. So you have that. Um, the shea butter, the lotion. Um, what else? Pretty almost anything that you can think of.
Yeah.
I've done. I have a guy who gets tea on the weekend, so I will already have those made up for him, and I have it just the way he likes it.
Okay.
So yeah, I can do pretty much. I did a Alfredo sauce for my pasta.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, just whatever you're looking for,
You
or
could
however you want
pretty
to do it.
much
Yeah,
make it happen. Okay.
and tea cakes.
Ah, okay,
I
okay.
love tea cakes,
Yeah,
and I used to hate that we would only get them when we go to Louisiana. I was like, why can't we do it here?
yeah.
So I learned how to make tea cakes.
Okay.
But then that was one of the first things I actually did was my tea cakes.
Where I used to work at, those were real popular. We had
Hmm.
actually it was like I think it was like a reverend or something, but he used to make them. One of the things that I do know about this guy, he could bake. Because every time we'd have some kind of function at work,
Hmm.
he'd always offer to bake, and he got down. Like baking was like one of his things, and he was a reverend at that, so that was kind of like okay. And but anyway, that just reminded me of that.
I have a whole line of the baking stuff too.
Okay.
Um, the vanilla for cooking, sugar,
Yeah.
powdered sugar, even you know how when you're baking they tell you to spray the pan.
Yeah.
I even have that,
Ah. Okay.
just so it's
Okay.
on the outside and the inside. I got you. I got you covered. I have infused aloe vera gel because with all the nerve damage, there's a spot on my chest that I cannot feel.
Mm.
It's they said it was up. I was supposed to regain feeling within 6 months. That was about 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
And I was cooking something and I was pouring it out. It's a big pot, and I'm leaning over it, but I never realized it was touching my chest.
Oh.
And I didn't. I started to smell something. I was like, "What is that?" My shirt was starting to singe, and when I
Mm.
took that off, I had a messed up spot. So I put the aloe vera gel on there and let that sit. Once that healed, or once that dried, I came back with my infused Vaseline. Wonderful. The Vaseline is amazing for dry, cracked skin, stuff like that. Because whenever the weather changes, my lip will always split right down the middle, and I hate that.
Same.
And I love, love, love spicy food. And if you ever had a split lip with spicy food, yeah,
Yes. Not fun.
not at all. But that Vaseline, I was ready to get back in my spicy food that same day.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hmm.
So by this time next year, where do you see Flower Puff Productions, or where would you like to see it?
Where would I like to see it? I would love to say in a storefront, but I don't want to be, I don't
Yeah.
want to be a convenience store.
Uh.
But I want to be in your home. But
Yeah.
I want to have those developed relationships to where you're going to come back and I already know what you need, you
Yeah.
know? So definitely I want to be a bigger presence.
Yeah. Of course.
So that's a big thing for me.
Okay.
Now, but yeah, but also, like you were saying, out and about in pop-ups and different venues and things like that.
Yeah.
And also just different speaking engagements because this is something that is to me is important
Yeah. Of
to get
course.
people off of these hard medications and to heal properly, heal in a different way. Think of it. Our ancestors lived for so much longer than what we are.
Yeah.
And they had some of the same illnesses and things like that, but they didn't have
They don't have
big farm.
Tylenol, Advil, and
Exactly.
OxyContin or anything. They
Hmm.
just Yeah, no, I totally get it, and I'm in agreement because I hardly ever take anything over the counter type. Like it would take a lot for me to just actually
Hmm.
take that. Now, actually, honestly, if I don't have to, I just won't. I
Yeah.
try to, but I think the first step is just like the educating part,
Hmm.
because we always say how a lot of times us like having a lack of knowledge and wisdom in certain things is what kind of keeps us in that same spot, and we don't grow from it because
Yeah.
we're ignorant to a lot of the things because we just refuse to listen or even look it up. I mean, it's everything to me is at your fingertips. We're on these devices down here 24. At least I know I am.
Yeah.
To the point where like my hand be hurt sometimes. Like I done got muscle in my forearms because I'm always like that. Nah, um, but yeah, so that's why I'm glad we were able to do this. So I
Hmm.
appreciate you, you coming by and just giving us a little bit of your time, just to, educate us a little bit about it, and hopefully,
Yeah.
if they have any more questions, they can reach out to you directly,
Hmm.
or they can come to the pop up. They can come to the our annual event. Shameless plug, September 13th at Spindle Tap Brewery from 5 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll be out there, and hopefully, they'll get to come and buy some of the products and be able to talk to you about it at least.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have any shout outs or anything that we didn't kind of really touch on that you want to just
Oh gosh. So many people, but I can't
yeah
even
put you on the
think.
spot.
I know, right? Okay, I know first Yazzie Nicole because she was telling me you're gonna do great. You got this because she's been to the house, tried products, love it. So
Shout out to Yazzie, man. We
yes.
love Yazzie Nicole. La Alpha. She's doing her thing, man.
um,
I couldn't be more proud of her.
yeah, she's a sweet, sweet person.
For real, she
Beautiful,
is. Yeah.
beautiful person. Shout out to Powder because she's just again, my stepdaughter loves her,
Mm.
and that's just her bestie, and she's just a beautiful person. She's
Yeah,
so sweet,
she is. The
And when we
best.
first met her at Spindletop, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And she sat, and I was like, she knew she had to get on the stage, but she still sat with us and just talked with us for a while.
Yeah.
So it was good. Oh gosh, I'm thinking, who else? Who else? Who else? So many people I don't want to forget, but everybody else who's just supported me along the way, and just anybody who I've ever helped, because I've given away a lot more than I have sold. But if it helped, that makes a difference for me.
Yeah. Facts. Just making an impact, making a difference makes all the.
Yeah.
It makes a difference in the world and everything because the one like as someone like myself who's coached youth sports for like 20 years now, the fact that I'm able to impact these young people's lives in
Mm-hmm.
just the smallest of ways when they come and when they graduate and they're like thanking you for the
Mm-hmm.
time you spent with them and it means the world to me because I don't get paid to do it. I
Yeah.
do this out of my pocket, out of the kindness of my heart. So like I get what you're saying, like wanting to make an impact in someone's life, in
Mm-hmm.
their health especially,
Yeah.
because it's something that can benefit us.
Yeah. And like when we spoke the first time about my neighbor,
Yeah.
I can't remember what stage cancer he had, but his family was like, when they told us about him, and they were like, he's just bedridden. He doesn't eat, doesn't move, anything like that. And I told them, try a few of these different things. And I told you a few days after that, he was eating, walking. I saw him and I thought he was his twin brother. He was like, no, I'm out of the bed. And he was playing with his grandkids and
Mm.
everything. And I'm starting to get goosebumps again. Um, and I'm returning. Oh gosh, I'm get emotional. About 3 weeks later, we were getting ready to try to go to the store, and I'm like, I cannot leave the house. It's this huge block party, and I was just like, well, okay, we having a block party. That's cool. And when I went out to ask the neighbors, I was like, what's going on? And they were like, he died. And I was like, what? And what is this? And they were like, I was like, why are we celebrating that? And I was like, I know you celebrate them going home and they're out of pain and all that, but I'm sorry.
No.
Um, his family told me we're celebrating because for the last 3 weeks he was himself. You gave him back to us, and I'm like, I'm not a doctor. I can't claim to cure anything. And I told them just give it a try to see if it would help.
Yeah.
But for them to say that they had him back for 3 weeks and he got to leave as himself.
Yeah.
That meant the most to me in all of this.
That's powerful.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, that's a testament to how these products actually work, you know, or the, I don't want to say products, but essentially the products, the way you do things,
Yeah.
the passion that you put into it, you know, to want, and because it's worked for you
Yeah.
and it's worked for others. So something like that is such a powerful testimony in itself, and you know, we're just glad you were able to, you know, share that with us, and you know, it's life is hard, man. Like I look, and we gotta try our best, myself included. You know, try our best to do the most to, you know, to not leave sooner than we need to,
Right.
and try to do the best we can with the life that we do have. But again, you know, I just want to thank you for the, you know, coming by and sharing your story with us, and you know, your products. And again, you guys go tap in with her, man. Go hit the link in the description. Go follow her. Tell her you saw her on TDM Talk. You know, if you want to try, you're going through something, go and buy it. You know, go and buy it. Get with her. You know, and let her get you right. You know,
I got
yeah, she got you. She got you, man. Tell her and let her know we sent you, man. If y'all do tap in. Again, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man, and keep running them numbers up for us. We appreciate everybody that follows and watches us. Uh, the love is just genuine. So again, thank you. We
you.
wish
Thank you
you
for
all the
having
best,
me.
and yeah, for sure. Thank you also for the brisket tamales and the
Sweet potato cinnamon bun cake.
sweet potato cinnamon bun cake. I'm gonna do when I get home. I'm gonna do a video of me eating them, and that way I can let everybody know. Or I might even go on TikTok live and do it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for that, and always just showing us love. Shout out to, you know, my boy Carlos in the building. You know, for putting it. He's always shown love. He's always showing love to everybody. You know, so of course, you know, we I'm glad we're all connected. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, look forward to working with you guys. You know, in any capacity that we can.
Me
So.
too.
Again, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button while you're at it. Drop a comment or two if you'd like. If you guys want to help support the show, there's also links in the bio where you guys can help support financially, help keep us going. As y'all know, we don't have no big name sponsors. It's just us. It's just
Right.
me, basically. So, you know, if y'all want to throw a little something our way, y'all can. If not, just watching is just fine, man. So, again, on that note, we appreciate you guys. And we are them damn Mexicans.
Bye.